So in this journey to this point, and I know your journey is not done, and hopefully a few years from now we can touch base again and see how the journey is going. But were there any particular people that you would say were influential in your journeys, and what lessons did you learn from them? I know you mentioned your aunt, and I'm sure you still speak to her.
Yeah.
Anyone else, and what lessons did you learn
have
from
different people across my life.
Okay.
I would say, when I was younger, my aunt is there, my mom as well. But my mom is a typical Kenyan mom of like the soldier, mentoring. Well, now we are friends because I'm an adult, but when you're young, it's just like military style. Kuna kucheza.
Do your homework, do your chores.
Do your chores, do your school. Like I remember, like when you go complaining to her, she'll just be like,
and then.
What are you gonna do about it? I'm not gonna be there to like help you with it. So military style, which of course helps you navigate through life. But when I remember in high school, actually I'll start with primary school. Primary school I had a Kiswahili teacher who really encouraged me to like navigate like in terms of like my schooling. You're a bright kid, like you have to push us. I mean, you don't have to do much to do it. Just make sure that you're like you do it well, always push yourself to do it better than the previous time. And this actually made me quite have that encouragement. And then even in high school I had now a math teacher who would tell me like, you're a gem, like, and every time whenever I would think of something, I would think of him telling me like, you're a gem, my dear, like this is how you are, like don't ever doubt yourself. And that really pushed me through all the way to university. And then when I came into my working career, I was very skeptical how people would consider me being an engineer, wearing a hijab, being a Muslim girl. It wasn't very popular in the environment, but I did meet a lot of mentors such as yourself, who recruited us for the graduate training program.
Now you reveal it to the news.
And gave us a hard time.
Of course.
And we hated you for it at that time. But at the end of the day, we realized what the value of it all was. And I think that's when when you start seeing the value of it is when you appreciate. And you do realize that there are people who are actually looking out for you. And the person I also cannot forget is Francis Musila. I consider him a mentor as well. I remember he was the director when I just took the fleet management job. And my first month in the job, I was hitting 1 a.m. in his office every single day. And he looked at me and he's like, I bet you regret this decision. I bet you regret what you signed up for. And then he told me, but listen, my dear, you will not cross the bridges that you want to by leaving the office at 6 p.m. As everybody else does. If you're going to just work 8 to 6, you will not get to where you want to. These 1 a.m.s are the things that are going to make you remember when you're 10 steps ahead than your peers. And until today.
I remember Francis used to jokingly say to me in the past, he's like, there's all this time between midnight and 6 and people are just sleeping. So, I mean, it was jokingly, but what I do remember is that in all those moments, he was there. It's not like he was telling you do the work while he's going home. He's sitting there through you, so you're in the trenches together.
And that's the thing, like I remember sitting in his office and we were going through discussions and he used to sit next to the CFO. And that time that was Helen Mariri, and she used to just walk into the office and have these discussions. And I just remember just being like this tiny thing in his office sitting on one desk and him like, telling me like, okay, can we do this? Like, let's evaluate this and align this. And you tell me, what do you think? And I look at him like, do I have the voice to actually say what I think? But I realized as time passed, he actually empowered me to a point that Helen was there and he said something and I was like, no, I don't think that can work. And Helen looked at me like, how long have you been here for you to like just tell your boss directly? No, I don't think that can work. This is your director. She gave me that look and I was like, okay, maybe I'm stepping the line. But I realized that he had mentored me and gave me the confidence to process and speak my mind. And he had already, had trust in me. And that actually elevated me to realize like, wow, this is
have confidence in yourself.
Exactly. Have confidence in yourself and believe in, in yourself. Like you actually have a value.